Yo, what it is, what it
Hey
look
family,
like. No,
we are back.
no, you gotta tell them what it is, what it look like.
What it is, what it look like.
Shout outs to Panil, Chris,
Just news,
Just News.
hey.
What's up? Just let everybody get in here. You know what I'm saying? But how y'all first day back at work? You know what I mean? Easter is over, holidays is over.
I don't know about everybody else, but Monday is my favorite day of the week. But I'm opposite of everything that everybody else does.
It's just a day.
Mondays just mean that it's a new week, a new grind, and a new time to do what you got to do.
Yeah, but you can't even look at it that way though. I don't look at it that way. Like people let days and days like days of the week dictate their attitude.
I agree. But I say that for a different reason.
What's up,
You
Drew?
want to know my reason why I say that?
Why?
I say that because, like, a lot of our weekend is like streaming different things. Like, we have a different flow on the weekends. We're always working, but it's a different flow. So, Monday, it's kind of like new projects, new stuff going on, and stuff like that.
Yeah, no. What I'm saying is, during the week, they want to be home because they got to go to work.
Yeah, but on the weekends, everybody want to
But
be
once
out.
Friday come, they got a little money in their pocket. All of a sudden, like now you got energy. Now you
Everybody's
ready to be
feeling
out.
good about
Yeah,
themselves.
it's like get out of here.
Hey, Drew. Drew just came in. We got 7 people in here.
She said,
Yeah, when
listen,
you're your own boss, we work every day. You got that right, Just News. We work 24/7. That's the truth. Definitely.
but ain't nothing wrong with working though for
No,
yourself.
it's not.
You know
It's
what I'm saying?
definitely
Ain't
not.
nothing wrong with that. You know,
I work harder for
You on the
myself than I
grind.
do for anybody else, and it's all good with me.
you
That's
on the grind.
fine.
You on the grind this one.
Right. Because when the benefits come in, they all go to you.
You know what I mean?
So, at the request of our brother, Pineal, he asked in the last stream if we could get into speaking about spiritual warfare. So that's basically what the topic is. We're gonna marinate on this one. But at the end of the stream, we'll kind of go off like we usually do. But this one, we're going to stay on topic for a little bit longer. So if you have anything to say that's not really to do with the topic, you guys could just hold it and we'll get to it like at the end of the stream when stuff starts to wind down and stuff like that. But being that he asked us to talk about it, we want to definitely be able to get into it.
So, what's your question on that, Panil? Like, write some out so we know where to start. Like, what's your question on that?
You can ask him anything. He knows all about it.
I don't know everything, but
You don't know anything.
What I do know,
It's not in a cocky way, but it's...
But what I do know, I should.
Right.
I don't
That's
know
what I
come
mean.
off like, oh, no.
Right.
Anybody say that, you better get away from them.
Yeah. He said, "How are you all?"
We chilling, man. We chilling, man. Another Monday, fresh out the gate. You know what I mean? Holiday season. Holidays over with. Children back in school for another 2 months after this. In the summertime, full fledged out this young.
Right. Seem like they out of school more than they are in school.
Yeah. So Parnell, man.
He's probably typing something up. Hey, magazine.
Yeah, what's
He
good?
said what's good. Welcome to the stream, everybody. We appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for coming. Pineal, we're just giving him time to type whatever he's typing. I know that he's probably typing something up right now. What are you guys doing? What do you guys got going on? If anybody else has anything to talk about with the spiritual warfare topic, definitely put out whatever you want to put out. It's not just Pineal, it's just that he requested it. So if you guys got anything that you guys want to say, definitely feel free to say it.
Yeah, we just waiting for the brother. What's up, Mike Will? What's good with you?
Welcome to the stream, Mike. Thanks for coming.
Mike Will.
Nice to have you back.
Is it raining outside? Is it raining? I think it was raining. I think right.
Oh,
It's
is it?
raining again. Yeah.
I'm
All
not
right.
sure.
So he says.
Pineal, he said, I'll start it easy for the audience. It has many levels. I just wanted to build on it. We can start off with the simple, like how events in life tie into more than just coincidences.
Hmm. But just give me more of a specific on what you want to know like about that, because that's kind of a I can talk about that, but I need like this a little bit more to kind of start it off with. You know, it's like give me an example. Says we got in our own way most of the time. So thanks for being the type of to raise the occasion of helping others realize and empowering themselves. Freedom, exactly. Yeah, shout out the magazine for that. That's what's up. That's what's up. Um, Come on, Panel, where you at? Give me something a little bit. Go ahead. You want to build on that? Go ahead, build on that. Build on what he said.
I'm just waiting for him to type.
But so I'm texting it. 1 second. All right.
I
Well,
think that we're really up to par with the
all right.
stream. Like everything's actually real time.
I'm gonna start off with the saying that some people believe what's up, Christopher? What's up, man? Um, some people believe that it is actual demonic activity, and some people don't. Um, I believe that uh, it's definitely demonic activity, uh, spiritual, but these beings, uh, from my understanding, doesn't travel on the same frequency. And listen, I'm not trying to spook y'all or put y'all in a place to where y'all is like I'm not taking y'all to church. I'm just making reality of like listen to what I'm saying. No, hear what I'm saying, and then you got more understand. Spirituality and the spiritual warfare that we up against is when you take certain acts that people do, like say murder, say rape, say men being pedophiles. Now, some people would say that that's a mental defect, or it's it's something wrong with their brain. But it's in all reality, it's an action. So where do the thoughts and actions come from? You know what I'm saying? For anybody to want to kill somebody, or somebody that want to rape somebody, or somebody that want to molest a child. You know what I'm saying? That's not a mental defect. That is wicked. That act is an act of wickedness. You know what I'm saying? So I believe that we facing on a daily basis demonic activity all the time. Spiritual demonic activity. You know what I'm saying? It's spirits. You know what I'm saying? And right now we at war with these spirits. That's why you have programs like CERN that's over there in Norway trying to get into these different dimensions and different realms where these demonic spirits are. And if y'all don't believe me, just go online, go on YouTube and punch in CERN and do the research on that. So, who's that? Oh, shout out to Marshall. Shout out to DeMonte.
Christopher.
Shout out to Christopher. Shout out to y'all. Who? What the hell is?
He said, "What's up, Mister? Hope you're having a great day." So how do you guys, what's you guys' take on the spiritual level? Okay, so just news. On the spiritual level, it starts from a simple suggestion. And when you fall and open the door, you need to catch yourself or even you need to catch yourself or you fall even deeper.
That's a good point. That's a good point. But when our soul is inside of our bodies. Without having a physical body, your soul wouldn't be able to function in this spiritual realm or in this world that we live in. So we have a soul. So what we feed our soul on a daily basis, it will determine your actions or what you think on a daily basis. So he says, right, it was a source. He says they can come through dreams on your next door neighbor, and all the battles of the flesh mentioned are more tied to the spirit. Exactly. So what you feed your soul on a daily basis is basically how you're going to react. It's just like when you listen to certain music, and this is why this is like really kind of like it's like laughable, is because people say, well, music is not the problem. It's the people. But you got to understand, when you listen to certain music, like say like hip hop in the form of cats is talking about killing and like busting their gun and selling drugs. It gives you a certain feel. It gives you a certain type of vibe on you, to where you start fantasizing and thinking like the music that you listening to. So that's why you have to be careful with what you feed your soul on a daily basis. If you listen to certain music that's sexual, then you're gonna have those type of sexual spirits on you as well. You know what I'm saying? Food too. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Food.
He said food too. They don't say we are what we eat for nothing. That goes with music, meals, entertainment, even a scary movie begetting a nightmare later that night for most doorways. Right, exactly. That's definitely the truth. And a lot of people laugh, Pineal, when Aaliyah will say, like, I never watched a horror movie. She really has never watched a horror movie, just because we know, like, the spiritual things that go along with that. A lot of people are just like, yeah, it's just a movie. But it's more than just a movie, like when you are trying to protect your soul, basically.
Right.
And you got to be careful what you allow to enter your body.
Shout out to Cher.
Have to miss tonight, fam, but replaying it tomorrow when I'm off work. I start early tonight to help out with some big things happening at our store. Very good, definitely. That's nice, Cher. So glad that you stopped by. Thank you for letting us know, because we would have been worried about you. We appreciate you and look forward to seeing your comment when you get a chance to watch, and let us know what you think about it. And we'll be back again Friday. Thank you. Hope your family's feeling better, Cher.
Right.
Oh, her whole family was sick.
Oh, wow. Sorry to hear that. So on that note, it's just like to touch on what he was saying with certain food that you eat too. It's like eating a lot of processed foods. You basically letting letting demons access in your body with that, because a lot of the food form pesticides and like all type of worms and things of that nature. And these things, studies have shown that these creatures that live in our bodies can make us think and crave for things that we really don't want all the time, and you have to be careful with it. That's why you got to constantly be cleaning your system out and trying to eat healthy as you can, because you can be, manipulated into doing things and thinking things that you're not supposed to be thinking about.
Stuff that you're not even like. It's like you're not even thinking about something, but you entertain it just a little bit, and it turns into something completely huge. And before you know it, you're completely not even the person that you once were, because this thing takes control over you, and it's something that you was never even thinking about. How many people, do you think that happens to?
Right.
It just gets out of control because it's so much bigger for you, or so much bigger than you, if you don't fight. Pineal, Demonte said, good point. Why you think you feel like trash after you eat these things?
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, like you don't feel good. You don't feel like, it's like when you eat something that you're not supposed to be eating, but that's because it smells good and it looks good, don't mean that it's good for you.
Or you might be sitting there watching TV and see a Pizza Hut commercial on. You weren't even thinking about it. You were getting ready to go eat your salad, and all of a sudden you're dialing Pizza Hut to get a pizza delivered to you, or McDonald's, a new sandwich comes out. That's just the way that it works. That's why all this stuff goes into the commercials and everything else that they're putting out here. It's so much deeper than we even know. Peniel said for many it is just a movie, but you are aware of the spiritual realms. The spiritual realms become aware of you.
Right.
Dealt with total strangers that automatically knew things about me. That's how I know. Wow, that's crazy.
Right. And it all starts from understanding that I listened to R&B before and felt in love and peace, and then heard drugs and rap and felt exactly
Christopher.
Exactly. That's the thing about it is you have to surround your soul with things that's positive.
Love movies,
we
R&B.
Like we understand that we don't live in a world that is all positive, but you are in control of what enters your soul. You know what I'm saying?
Just News says people have different vices and or weaknesses, and that's the truth. Right. That's the truth.
Exactly.
My vice, my weakness, most likely, I'm 99% sure is not yours. Y'all would be completely bugging if I told you guys what I battle with. So, I mean, it's completely crazy.
Right. Yeah, exactly. It says, of course, scientific
aspects, ratio, frequencies.
If music can make us dance, then surely it can make other aspects of us move to its rhythm. Exactly.
Yep. Everybody has something, and it really just depends on if you're gonna keep it real with yourself or not. Really, honestly, and realize this particular thing is controlling you, whether it be food, a drink, something that you're smoking, even anger. Different feelings like. If your spirit is always roused up and stuff like that, you got to really check out your situation. They try to put all these psychological names and stuff like this. It's demonic spirits at the end of the day. Right. You're depressed, it's demonic spirits. If you're angry, it's demonic. All that stuff comes down to the same thing.
Right. And Satan, like these joints get us on our five senses on a daily basis. What you see, what you taste, what you smell, what you touch, and what you hear. Your five senses on a daily basis. So you could be just chilling, minding your business, just chilling in your crib, but then the commercial could come on and the female could be wearing something provocative. Some tight jeans, tight like them tights they be wearing out here all the time, and then all of a sudden you start getting a little tingle. You know what I mean? And your mind wasn't even on that. But she's in the commercial now. The product don't have nothing to do with what she's wearing, but she's wearing that in the commercial.
Right.
But now you looking at her in a sexual way. Now someone will say, "Well, what's wrong with that? She's an attractive girl." But the point of the matter is this: check out how you feeling. Check out your emotions. Check that out. You know what I'm saying? Because if you never saw her wearing wearing that type of outfit, you would never had thought in your mind. Like, all you would have been focused on was the product that they trying to sell you. So again, a lot of times, a lot of things be subliminally, it be messages in these commercials and these movies and these songs to make you feel a certain type of way. These people have studied uh, the uh, human being, and they got a lot of this information from these demonic spirits, these demonic activity.
Right. Definitely agree. Definitely. Just News said also as a collective of people thinking on the same frequency level can influence reality. So the aim is to control the masses,
Right.
and that's definitely that's the truth. Speaking spiritual knowledge is on a frequency level where one person can totally come into the chat and take us off what we're trying to speak upon. So unfortunately, magazine, I'm gonna have to go ahead and get you out of this one because you're clearly haven't typed anything at all in this stream to let us know that you're vibing with us, and you're actually ruining the flow. You don't have the same beliefs as us. We realize that and we recognize that. So I'm going to have to let you know that this is not the place for you.
So, so, yeah. So, read what Pernell said right there
Um,
on that one.
Pineal, he said, and people have to understand that the cornerstone of all knowledge, science included, is spirituality.
Mm.
Before they were chemists, they were alchemists, which is spiritual.
Right.
Exactly.
Right. Right. So I mean, it's it's all about just understanding, for one, like what's going on in society today. What's going on? They trying to bring us down to, I would say, what the conscious community say, the lower chakras, to where you thinking animalistic 24/7 all the time. They want you to be addicted to things, listening to negative things, being negative, chaotic. Like that's how they want us to be 24/7 all the time. So, and you have to recognize that this stuff is by design. This stuff is not by accident that these people spend billions of dollars yearly on keeping us asleep in this world. Yeah, he said, right? He says,
Magazine is a primary example of what we are talking about. They love to be seen but hate to be exposed and use anyone they can to block their exposure. That's the truth, Pineal. And like I said, we're just here for people that have the same mind. So
right.
we don't expect everybody to agree with us. That's cool, but stick to the topic and pull out your facts and, kind of grow on the topic.
Right.
If you're completely going against every single topic, then this is not the place for you. There's another stream for you. There's another location on the internet that would better suit your vibe. You're just not with our vibe, and I'm sorry.
But people like that, they have what you call demonic activity going on in their body,
Right,
man.
right.
So these people exist, but we don't shy away from these people.
Right.
But it's
we go through this type of stuff on a daily basis.
Yeah.
We're a family. Like we recognize demonic spirits and stuff like that. Like right now, we're really not pulling out scriptures and stuff like that. But we do our thing and spiritually take care of ourselves and watch out for demonic activity and stuff like that. So it is what it is, and to each his own.
Right.
We're not knocking anybody.
Demonic said the media, the music business, the food industry, exactly. The Food and Drug Administration, they are promoting demonic activity, because when you take them pharmaceutical drugs, you are being possessed with demons. You know what I'm saying? Actual demonic spirits that's making you worse than what you are from the start. I mean, the music business is the same way. Why y'all can't even name me right now one artist that's in the mainstream that's positive, that's bringing out that's spewing out positive messages, because it ain't none. Everything is about being lit. Everything is about the material, money, cars, sex, girls, guys. I'm the nigga. That whole niggerism type of vibe. It's to bring you down to a lower. degree of yourself.
Right.
And we have to fight against those. Like everybody know that like listening to certain music ain't healthy for you. Everybody know that eating certain food ain't healthy for you. Everybody know that watching certain things ain't healthy for you. Everybody know that listening to certain things ain't healthy for you. We understand that. So, but it's up to us to learn how to develop better, healthy ways on how to filter out our lives by positive things.
Right. And everything really starts with a thought in our mind. It's really just about, understanding this whole entire thing and knowing yourself. That's definitely something you have to know yourself, and unfortunately, it's sad to say a lot of people are doing this stuff and they think it's really them, but it's really not. Alexis said, like in real life, like people get into other things like drugs and gangs and money and don't know what's really happening in the world. That's the truth, definitely. That's why in chip bags, if it's cheap, they put it in big letters in the front of the chip bag to make people be like, that's cheap, why not? Exactly. Right. Definitely. Right. Plus, a lot of people don't have a lot of money and stuff like that. We just go with whatever we could get for $1. And unfortunately, that's the crappiest food. DeMonte said everybody's programmed in some way. These things have become second nature to us. Right. That's the truth. You don't even realize it. You're totally controlled by this program and go throughout your whole entire day without knowing.
Christopher said the people that run everything want it to be one way, never a never a balance. It's never a balance. Like you can have your fried chicken, but at least put some greens on the side of that junk. You know what I mean? Put some vegetables on the side of that junk. Make it a balanced meal. Just don't have fried chicken with French fries and and then some cookies and then some soda and thinking that you're gonna be healthy. That's not. It don't work that way.
Right, and it's not easy. None of this stuff we battle daily, but you have to be in the fight. Like you just have to be in the fight. You got to fight the fight daily. You can't just allow it to control you. Pineal, if you can type in something else to get us going into the next direction. I like how you said to introduce it slow. I think that's perfect. If you can type your next thoughts, then we can keep it moving, and we'll come up to you when you're ready. Let's see. Just News said pharmaceutical industry lowers your defenses. They playing chess against us. It's a long game. That's right, and they're very patient. Very patient. This stuff has been going on for years, but it's just now picking up. And it's going to get even worse than this. That's what's so sad. It's going to get a lot worse than this.
Let me tell you right now. Once they let something up in here with that CERN, John, and listen, pay attention to that. Pay attention to that. I stress that a lot. Pay attention to that CERN situation. They trying to let something up in this John on the real, and I don't think it's a game. I think they about to let something out. It's gonna be heavy, man. Like these people are playing with stuff that they don't have no knowledge of. They think that they know what they're doing, but when you be messing with the creation, man, I'm telling you, they gonna let something up in here, and it's gonna shock a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Like they playing with people's lives because they always going against what the Creator has created. They got to stop doing that.
Right.
He says, get rid of it.
Reading DeMonte?
Yeah, get it.
DeMonte? As far as food is concerned, snacks, for example, the amount that comes in the package, the color of the package, all that is by design. The placement of the package, everything, definitely.
Christopher said, I'm learning knowledge of self every time I listen. Thank y'all. No doubt.
I'm so glad that you made it, Christopher. We definitely we appreciate you. And once again, guys, we don't think that we're better than anybody else. We're all in this together.
Read
Pineal said, I dealt with it on many levels. I done had people astral project at me, so these guys don't play. They make it functional so they can toy with us even more. Yeah,
it's a lot of different spiritual warfare that's against us. Let me see. Besides the music and the food and the pharmaceutical drugs, now they have technology now that that he said hold on, always
He said fictional. I said functional.
functional.
Not. They make it fictional
Right.
so they can toy with us even more.
Right. But it's but they have now weapons that can make you think certain things too. Certain ways. And act in certain ways. I mean, MK Ultra. I mean, things that mind control and that is heavily in the Hollywood world right now.
Not only just Hollywood, like I
Yeah,
believe
but
that this world runs
but
on a small frequency of MK Ultra just by comparing themselves on this social media stuff like that. Like
yeah, but I'm
it's
saying,
a lower
but
level. It's not nothing like Hollywood, like
yeah,
you're saying though.
but
Definitely.
anybody seen that movie with Denzel Washington?
The money,
the main candidate, that joint where he was a soldier. Anybody saw that movie? Yeah. MJ Coach is now we getting somewhere. Yeah, exactly.
um also not
Falling,
only have things
right,
been trying to
right,
open
Demasi.
portals, but trying to recreate the Big Bang as well.
Oh yeah, they trying to figure out with the CERN. That's what I'm saying. The CERN, they trying to figure out. They trying to get the actual I would say germ of how this whole thing came about, the whole existence of life. But they messing with stuff. You can't mess with that. You can't mess with that. You
Right.
can't mess with that. So yeah.
Just News said, sad thing is you may be spiritually mature, but it's your spiritually immature neighbor
Right.
that will be your downfall.
So-
Keep your circles you hang around with very tight. That's
Exactly.
bang,
Exactly.
even if it's family.
And see-
Sadly, I've cut off all my family since coming into different knowledge and stuff like that. I had to.
And
Otherwise, I wouldn't been able to make it as far as I have.
And to make it on a side note, this is why I say the black community and the brown community will never unite, is because too many people are functioning on demonic spirits. It's too much. How you gonna trust people that's operating in these spaces? You can't deal with them. It's impossible. Like how am I supposed to unite with you when you still dealing with
Stuff I'm trying to get away from.
exactly that?
And that's all it comes down to. It's like you wouldn't sit there and chill with a drug head and sit with them all day long and do nothing with your life.
Right.
So it's the same thing, but a little bit of a different circumstance.
Right.
If you're about that life and, you're doing this, you're doing that, you have no sense of anything, then I have to get away from you. I can't go with you. Same thing. But a lot of people, that's why I always say that we don't think that we're better. We're just different knowledge, different information, going different paths. That's all. Christopher said, that's why Britney Spears went crazy. She was trying to break free of her mind control.
Oh yeah, she was trying to break it. She was trying to break it, but she's back into it again though. She's back. He said your CERN is a goal to open up the gates, and they are not hiding it. Oh, they not. Oh no, like they trying to make it seem like it's a big scientific. It's like a breakthrough of the ages. You know what I'm saying? He said they just know the most people won't know and won't care exactly.
They don't care.
Exactly.
And that's what they're dumbing people down to the point where it doesn't matter. Anything goes these days, and everybody's just fighting for the wrong things. Unfortunately, Demonte said exactly. Check this out. You ever been in the same place and somebody, but in different rooms, but as soon as they walk in the room, you feel drained? Yep. Yep. Energy doesn't lie. That's the truth. Peniel said, Demonte, right. And there are negatives and positives. That's right. And when you're around somebody who has positive energy, you feel that positive energy. You feel it.
Right.
Same thing goes with somebody that has negative energy. You could feel their negative energy. But unfortunately, people continue to just sit and stay still instead of maneuvering away from situations and around situations and even cutting people off, getting away from them. They're just not good people.
Right. Right.
Right. People do what other people do to get street cred, and it destroys their life. It does. It does. Sadly.
So, y'all ever heard of You ever heard of the Book of Enoch? You ever heard of that book before?
You gotta give him a second. I'm gonna read Christopher. The only people I deal with is my auntie and my dad, and that's all the family I need. Right. A lot of times people think that they need tons of people around them. They don't. You only need a couple loyal people. Even one if that's all you got. If you don't got nobody, you just need yourself and you're good.
Yeah, Just New said that book is deep.
Pineal said I read it.
So listen, check this out, right? I'm just gonna read like a little small little passage in here. You know, like just for some information to kind of add on to what we talking about, right? Let me get it. Finish talking to why I find it.
Just News says yes, that book is deep. Alexis Lopez said I heard of it.
So yeah, check this out, right? Now this is what the fallen angels that fell, and you know, if you could believe this or not, but I'm gonna roll with this just because of, you know, other things that why I do, but that's another story for another time. It says as for the spirits of heaven, and heaven shall be their dwelling, but as for the spirits of earth which were born upon the earth, on the earth shall be their dwelling. So these fallen ones came down and you know, laid down with the women of the earth and made giants in the earth. You know, and they are spiritual beings. And so it says, and the spirits of the giants, right? Now these same spirits of the giants affect, oppress, destroy, attack, do battle, and work destruction on earth and cause trouble. And they take no food. So these is spiritual beings that don't have spiritual bodies, but don't eat. He says, but nevertheless hunger and thirst and cause offenses. So inside you, when you have demonic activity inside you, they feel the desire that you are manifesting. Like, so say if you addicted to sex, they up in you.
They don't, these spiritual beings, you got to remember that they don't have no bodies.
You know what I'm
they
saying?
need to use our bodies.
Our bodies
to manifest their wickedness. They have
acts.
no bodies. They're
Right.
spiritual beings. They just enter into people.
Right. So, and once you give them access, it's hard to get rid of. That's why a lot of times people say, "Well, I'm addicted." No, because you got this joint on you, and you can't get it out because you let them inhabit your body. Now, some people could say that's crazy, but look at people.
Right.
Look at them.
Right.
So
you really think that you can play, but you can't play on Satan's playground and think that you can hang out.
So it says, and these spirits, right? These same spirits, that's ancient spirits. These joints is old as a mug. Shall rise up against the children of men, against us, and against the women, because they have proceeded from them. So because they came from us, these spirits, right? He says, and from the days of the slaughter of the destruction of death, the giants, from the souls of those flesh, the spirits having gone forth to destroy without in cunning judgment. Thus shall they destroy until the day of the consummation, until the Creator destroy them. And then it says, and the wish of the age shall consummate over the watchers, and the godless shall be wholly consummated. And now as to the watchers who have sent to, that's going into something else. But that was my point. So we facing demonic activity on a daily basis that's trying to influence you to get you into being to be inhabited with them on habits constantly. You know what I'm saying? Doing drugs. Anything that's overindulging, that's demonic. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Go ahead. I don't want to.
Like even smoking weed. Like dudes be like, I used to be addicted to weed, know what I'm saying? But I had to stop. You know what I'm saying? Because it was like I was like my lungs was hurting. I could hardly breathe. Put that over there. And it's just certain habits you have to stop doing. So
I mean, it was really ruining our life.
Right.
You know,
like
a thing is controlling you. Do you have anything else to add?
No.
Okay, let me. I just been watching this. Pineal said that's why the women in the Middle East cover themselves to this day, because of the spiritual memory of that time changed into tradition.
Right, and it's not that spiritual men and women look down upon people that's underdressed. It's not, but it's at the end of the day, it's just like, man, it's just like if a woman is wearing provocative clothing, tight, anything that's tight, that's showing your curves off, that's showing, your private parts, and it's like it's hard to, I mean, that's a weakness for any man. You know what I'm saying? And you can't. It's like we battle enough as it is, but people are not making it more easier on us as it is. I mean, it's hard out here trying to really focus on being positive when everybody else is not trying to be positive. Everybody else is not trying to be spiritually connected to the Creator. They can care less. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard out here. It's not easy.
I think that really what makes it a lot worse is that a lot of women, they know what they're doing. They know the reason why they're doing it. And it's a spirit on them. It's a spirit on them. Right. Like, you don't have to walk around half naked to feel good about yourself. That just doesn't have to be, but...
Right. I mean, like, how you feel comfortable, with your cheeks hanging out out of some poom poom shorts. It's like that makes you feel comfortable. It's like, I mean, if I was a woman, I'd be covered up to the T. I'm sorry.
Right.
These wolves.
You get a different. There's a different. Like, you resemble something completely different when you're covered up, but they don't embrace that, because when you're covered up, you're only going to get 5% reaction. But when you're uncovered, you're going to get 99% reaction.
Yeah,
so they'd rather go with that huge reaction that they're going to get. And I'd rather have somebody look at me with it as a sign of respect.
But here's the flip side to that, though. Now, here's where the spiritual thing comes in here. And this is why I say women are more prone to the spirit of fornication than men. Meaning, fornication is where you're attracting men to want to have sex with you, and it's like that's all they're thinking about, right? So check this out. A woman could walk around wearing provocative clothing, and if the man is not spiritually connected to the Creator, right? 9 times out of 10, he's thinking animalistic. All he's thinking about is, I want that. I want to hit that. So he going all out his way. He trying to talk to you. He trying to get your number. All he thinking about is having sex with you. That's it. So now you making this man have lust and desires that he really should not be having, because he could be in a relationship with another woman, or you could be in a relationship with somebody. So now you causing all these different desires and emotions that wouldn't be taking place if you would just cover yourself up. You know what I'm saying? But then women would sit here and say, well, he should be able to control himself. Listen, you have to be realistic here. You can't be sitting here saying a man should be able to control himself, because
they want attention from who they want attention from.
But let me finish.
That's what they're saying.
But let me finish. But you have to be realistically when it comes to that. You know that this is I would say a certain vice that women uses. They know that showing their breasts gets attention. They understand that. They understand that showing their curves off get attention, or showing their skin off, bikinis, things of that nature. They know it. They know it. So you making men stumble at the end of the day.
Right.
And you want to have to pay for that at the end of the day. So that's my issue with that. Ain't no different than a guy walking around here wearing no shirt and he all muscled up, and then females is like, oh, look at him. Like, it's like you making these women stumble, dog, because love, like, the only time you really supposed to be engaged with somebody is when you in love with them. When you want to like have a relationship with them. That's when you supposed to be engaging. Not, you know what I'm saying, just be out here wearing this and wearing that. And like some people are weak in that area. Like some men is just weak. A female could wear anything and he off to the races. And it's majority of more men are more weak to that than anybody. Okay, read on.
Demonte said, I'm the type when I see a chick out like that in public, my first thought is I couldn't date her. Stuff like that is disrespectful to me. Right. Pineal, I got you, Pineal. I'm gonna read up. Alexis said they do it for money, like in music videos. They also do it for their own self pleasure too.
Right.
But these music videos are getting to be soft porn, basically.
Right. Exactly.
Just News said the issue is we can't see where the road ends, concerning negative aspects. At which time, hopefully, it isn't too late. Right. Right. Dre said, "Hey, Dre. Thanks for coming back to the stream."
Shout out to you, Dre.
He said it's a dopamine rush for them. They know what they're doing.
Right.
Demonte said exactly. Pops, for example, if a chick posts a pitch on social media, then get mad when it gets a million messages in her inbox. Exactly. Mm-hmm. Why make a status talking about these dudes thirsty? But it's just, that's crazy, Demonte. We've seen it in our own eyes.
Shout out to Kev. What's up, Kev?
Hey, Kev.
Yeah, so I mean,
we was in New York City one time. Remember that girl? She was talking to her mom, like walking around half naked,
yeah.
It was basically saying like she only wants attention from who she wants attention from.
That's
and
why
if you're not one of them people, you're a thirsty dude to her. But put some clothes on.
So that's why. See, and that's spiritual warfare right there. We have so many things against us, but the question is, do we have the weapons? Do we have the weapons to overcome this spiritual warfare that we up against? That's the question.
Right. Demonte said, I'm going up a little bit. Whatever you may think, you think you're satisfying yourself, but you're really satisfying the demons.
Exactly.
Whenever addiction, vice, or whatever you have, it's not you, it's them. They're just borrowing your body. They're taking control of your body. Peniel said, and they can feed from any emotional, especially sexual ones. Exactly.
Let me tell you something.
Because it is the fastest way to drain a physical being. Yo,
Peniel. Sex is, let me tell you something. Sex is heavy, man. Let me tell you, it's heavy. I don't know if y'all ever saw on MTV. They had that series called True Life, right? And there was a girl on there. It was like multiple people that was on there. But this one girl, she was addicted to sex. She had to have sex all day long. And her boyfriend was downstairs playing the video game with his friend. And she came down there and interrupted him. Someone, I gotta do it right now. He was like, I'm down here playing with my, she didn't care. She was saying it right in front of his friend. I want to do it. I was just like, I could not believe, this girl could have sex, man, probably about damn near 20 times in a day. I was like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. You know what I mean? So,
what did you say about? You said the weapons.
Oh, I said so. What? Now we have things against us, but what weapons can we use to overcome these different vices and traps that these spirits throw at us?
I'm gonna read Demonte while you guys answer that.
Yeah.
Demonte said the thing is, sex isn't a bad thing. It's how the world repopulates, but we just channel our sexual energy in the wrong manner. That's the truth,
Right.
Demonte.
Right.
Like even like married couples is becoming like extinct, like so old fashioned for somebody to be married, for somebody to be faithful. Nowadays, your wife can get it too. Like, why do you want somebody else's wife? Why do you want to have sex with somebody that you don't even know? How you have whole kids with somebody that you just met last month and you don't even know them?
Yeah, because again, they thinking with their carnal nature. They flesh more than they thinking with their spiritual nature.
Right? I mean, it's like totally cool for you. Whatever you want to wear when you're inside your house, that's cool. Like,
how you get rid of this?
When you're in your house, you can look however you want to look.
How you get rid of this thing? Why is this thing even popped up? See.
Go ahead, click, I guess. Right, so it's not about, a female can always feel good about herself in the privacy of her own home. Like,
Yeah, like
that's the privacy of your own
if
home.
If you home, you home. But I'm saying out in the public,
Right.
like,
when my kids wear their pajamas, you would never know that they just don't come out the house looking like that. They don't post pictures looking like that. They don't get on videos looking like that. But they do what they have to do,
But I was gonna say something. I forgot what I was gonna say.
The weapons.
Yeah. So yeah, what is he said? So read his faith is a powerful weapon. Doesn't matter what, long as you believe in your faith strong enough to face anything. Exactly. And another thing,
your faith has to be stronger than these desires and things like that.
But here's another thing too. See, we born into this, right? They say we born into sin and we shape into iniquity. Meaning that your carnal nature is weak anyway. Your flesh is weak. It's not strong. Nobody has ever defeated their flesh. We all have fell victim of doing something, saying something, one point in our lives to where we got carnal and we got possessed with demons. Everybody. Not one person on the earth can sit here and say they never did something or was addicted to something or did anything that was like, oh my God, how did you do that? Everybody has.
Right.
So we all born into this. And so you got to understand yourself.
Right, we were able to recognize.
And that's why when you have children, you have to be careful what you feed your children. So where they don't develop those desires and those wants like how we did. See, a lot of times we be lazy, we let our children be taught by social media, their peers in school. We got to be having like really conversations with our children at home, explaining the ins and outs of life, because they're going to wind up falling for the same things we fell for. You know what I'm saying? Right. So everybody has fell victim to their flesh. You know what I'm saying? You did something, and a lot of us that's in the chat and us sitting right here, if the creator could put everybody on the big screen TV and put 1,000 people up every day and show your thoughts and the things that you have done, niggas would be hiding under rocks out this joint. Like, oh my God, you did that? Like, that's crazy. Right. Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's a fight. Everything, it's hard work. Even just simply raise our children. To have a family that just rolls a certain way, it's hard work. It takes a lot of energy. But we have to be here for it. Right. Even to clean up our own selves, it's a lot.
Right.
We have to fight every single day.
So we have the weapons. The Creator gave us His Spirit, and we have to be in tune with His Spirit, and we have to listen to that voice that's telling us to stay away from this. Like, you don't have to go to no building to learn about the Creator, and because a lot of those institutions, and I'm not knocking them, I'm just saying a lot of those institutions are allowing things that shouldn't be going on. Like, you go into sometimes some of these churches, and I'm gonna say some of them, But majority of these churches, a lot of the women in there wearing tight dresses, tight jeans. I'm supposed to be up in here trying to get my my knowledge on, and I can't concentrate because I got a sister right in front of me in the front pew. She wearing tight pants.
She poking out everywhere.
You know, people in there talking about each other. Miss Johnson or Miss Taylor, they in there gossiping and all these things. It's like a lot of this, like a lot of the behavior, it has to stop. You know what I'm saying? So the weapons, the Creator already gave it to us.
Right, I agree with Dre and Just News. It's up a little bit more. Dre said people need to know themselves and become spiritual. Just News said love is the strongest weapon. Operate in love in retrospect.
Right.
Right. If you love, you're not gonna do a lot of stuff that we do. Pineal said, Just News, love towards us, but never, I repeat, never show an extra dimensional being, demon, love. You can love them, but don't try to be loving because they laugh if you love them and use it against you. That's deep. Watch out for diapers because they got chemicals that could affect babies' DNA. They start them young. Wow. That's crazy, yo.
They was putting glass in the diapers at one point, right?
The wipes or something like that.
Wipes, I heard that's crazy. They was doing that.
When we have 2 kids, we have 2 daughters. Aaliyah is actually our youngest, but we didn't really have this knowledge at the time that Aaliyah was born. But when our granddaughter was born, she's 4 years old. We came into a lot of this knowledge that we have now, and she actually
before she was born.
Oh no, I know, but I'm saying like I'm getting ready to go in to talk about when she was first born. It really scared us and hurt us so bad knowing all the information that we have, knowing how when kids are first born, like within the first couple of hours of their life, how important them couple of hours are and how much hard work the health system puts in to destroying them.
Right.
Little babies, as soon as they're born, shooting them up with all different shots, all different, even just giving a newborn baby a bath it affects their immune system. And like, as soon as they're born, they work right away before the umbilical cord is even cut to destroy their immune system so they can't fight off a lot of stuff. So they break down their immune system right away. Then after that, they shoot them up with all these shots and stuff like that. It's really, really crazy. It's definitely crazy. And it starts from a young age, like you said.
So
it's crazy.
So now let's deal with. Now it's 12 people in the chat right now, right? 12. It'd be up and down. It's just now it's 13. Now all of us in this chat, all y'all in the chat. Now, y'all know that eating certain foods is not good for us. We know that listening to certain music is not good for us. Watching certain movies is not good for us. Being around certain individuals that's possessed with these demonic spirits is not good for us. Now, we know all this. So if we continue to keep, I would say, give these things attention, whose fault is it? It's our fault. So we have no excuses. We all understand what's going on from reading the comments and understanding what's going on. So it's up to us to teach to each one teach one, and to stay away from certain behavior. This thing is bugging. This thing just went up.
Probably because somebody, 2 people just posted back.
So yeah, so we understand this. So it's up to us now to teach other people. But first we got to get the victories over ourselves first, and then we have to, we teach our families. So he said, "Yo, pops, who's behind it? Who's behind it? Behind what?
Everything that you've been talking about. They were probably in here listening. Just didn't post.
Yeah, but I want him to ask me.
Bruce, behind what?
Behind what, bro?
Just let us know exactly what your question is. We'll definitely answer it. We thank you so much for coming to the stream. We appreciate you coming, and we wanna chop it up with you. So let us know.
So they said the message in Earth by Little Dicky to save the Earth. I mean, that's more of a that Little Dicky situation is more of a propaganda situation, but I ain't gonna get into that right now. You know, I mean, cool video.
It did have a tiny message in it, but people want to be entertained. Unfortunately,
you gotta understand that's propaganda, though. You know what I mean? Like Big Sean, you can't change the world unless you change yourself. Exactly.
Right, and that's where it all starts.
And
like,
see,
definitely.
And that's where the problem lies in. People do not want to change themselves. They want everybody else to change, but they don't want to change.
Right.
They want the government to change, but they don't want to change.
Or they want to come to as a collective to try to make a huge change.
You know what I'm saying?
But you got to everybody has to change on an individual, and then they have to change their families. Like, a lot of these people's houses is a mess. As a matter of fact, Little Dicky's video, I was watching it back, he said that.
Right.
He said you guys' house is probably destroyed or something like that. He said something about their house.
It's like
a lot of stuff starts at home.
Like, you got to sit down with yourself and write down the things that you have to change within yourself. You know what you have to change, and ask people around you, what do you do that gets on their nerves that you have to change. See, self is what people don't want to deal with.
Right.
They don't want to deal with themselves. They want to blame everything on everybody else or say, well, I'm fine like this. No, you're not. You know what I'm saying? Self is people are scared to really evaluate their own life and say, how can I change myself? How can I master myself?
And work day in and day out to master themselves.
Like, that's a full-time job.
Right? You can't change somebody else or change, other stuff that you don't even have control over if you're not even a changed person. But DeMonte said, I feel like it's a matter of being disciplined and listening to the voice in your head that tells you this ain't all right. That voice is your conscience. Right. Talk about that. Talk about listening to your conscience.
Your conscience is your conscience is what it's the creator. You feel what I'm saying? It be something telling you, don't say that, don't do that, don't go over there. Nah,
turn around.
Turn around. Don't mess with her. But you don't listen to that, and then when you get jammed up, you wish you did listen to your conscience.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you. Look, here's an example. I'm gonna let my wife read the comments. Here's a prime example. Right. I'm at work. I'm working in Planet Fitness. I was the head of maintenance in there one night, and my conscience said, the creator said to me, take the highway home, right? He kept telling me this. Take the highway home. Take the highway home. Don't take the regular streets. And the reason why he was telling me that is because I was changing over my plates from New York to Jersey, and I was going to do that the next day. So me and my wife had like a disagreement, and I was so mad about the disagreement. So what happened was I didn't listen to the conscience. Now the whole time I'm working, this is what I'm hearing. So I didn't listen. So I get on the regular street, and about 5 minutes after I get on the regular street, a cop pulled me over. Not only did he pull me over, they towed my car. And I had my wife in the car and Aaliyah in the car, and we had bags and all that stuff. And I had to pay $1,000 just to get my car out of the pound. And then I had to go to court. And then I had to so I had to pay basically about around $1,300 with all that. If I just would have listened.
But the road that we were driving on is a road that we never drove on anyway because it's hot with the cops. So we never drove on that road to begin with.
Right.
So why we were even driving on that road was dumb.
Right. So sometimes you have to listen to that conscience. Now, read Bruce.
Yeah, but I'm just gonna close out with Peniel, if that's okay.
Oh, yeah, good.
All right, sorry. And they come well together because they know what's going on. They don't believe they know. That's why they work so well together. They have seen these beings.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
All right, so read Bruce.
Yep. Demonte said, sadly, Pops, our way of making changes, making posts on social media, acting like we so inspired, and then go right back to doing the same BS. Ain't that the
Right,
truth?
yeah, that's it.
Everybody fighting for a cause.
That's crazy.
Okay, so, Bruce, here you go. Who's behind the spiritual warfare propaganda? Because it's slowly present in America. I don't see it in Europe. And Pineal answered, he said, it's everywhere, brethren, but here is a very unique and vast way for sure. Bruce said to Pineal, Europe is truly doomed, but when it comes to spiritual warfare, America is number one. Go ahead.
It is. It is. Who's that now? Who's behind it? A lot of things is behind it. It's not just the international bankers. It's not just but it's demonic spirits that's behind it. These people channel into these spirits, and they communicate with these spirits, and they are instructed by these spirits. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the technology comes from these demonic spirits, believe it or not. You know what I'm saying? So the answer to your question is yes, is demonic spirit. Now some people say that we don't see them. We don't but you do see them. Anytime somebody does anything that's ungodly,
that's them.
They are possessed with a demonic spirit. Anytime you see a dude is hating on somebody, that's demonic. Anytime you see somebody that's addicted to any narcotic, sex, food, they are addicted to this drama. They love being in drama. They are demonic. They are possessed with demonic spirits. Bottom line, whether if you believe that or not,
right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not a mental defect or some type of brain situation. No, because you know why it's not. It has nothing to do with the mind. Is because these psychiatrists and others want to put that label on it. But just say you go to, and like I always use it I always use it as an example. Like just say you go to a woman's house and she has a husband, and you going over there repeatedly when he's not home, you having sex with her. Is that a chemical imbalance? Is that a mental defect? No. That's a wicked act that you committed. Now, it's some people that's out here that's possessed with demons to where they can't speak and they be sitting there chanting and bugging out. Yeah, they possess with this. They inhabited by demons. But I mean, I'm talking about acts that people commit. You know what I'm saying? I thought. Oh yeah. Body snatchers. Yeah. So the international bankers we're referring to are definitely evil. Yeah. Oh yeah, they are. I mean, the international bankers they into incest.
Wow.
They into incest, having sex with their own family. They start wars. They be funding one side and then funding the other. Anybody ever read that book, the damn Synagogue of Satan? Oh man, that book is heavy.
Dre said not everybody you see walking on the street is human. There's a lot of reptilians out here.
Oh yeah, he on point with that. Yeah, he on point with that. Oh yeah, oh yeah. These niggas, you gotta understand these joints been here for thousands of years. They probably know you better than you know yourself.
Yes, they do. Definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. That's why people really be bugging, like, when we say, like, we don't go outside a lot and stuff like that, but we really don't. Like, if we don't have a reason, of course, we're human. We go outside, but, like, if we don't have a reason, we're not just outside just because it's a nice day. Like, we just don't really do that.
So to me is, now all these people that, like, they mean well. All the people that's protesting and they out here trying to fight for justice and things of that nature. But you got to understand something. It's not going to change one iota in this world until people change themselves. You have to change yourself. You have to work at it on a daily basis. You have to first. First, you got to get the spiritual down pack first. Then you have to get the mental, and then you have to get the physical. Don't try to get the physical and the mental before you get the spiritual. Meaning the spiritual is what you feed your soul on a daily basis. You have to cut out a lot of the negative nonsense. The music, the food, all the drama, the he say, she say. You got to get rid of that. And then the mental is what you feed in your mind. Educating yourself. And then it's physical, what you eat, exercising, things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? So people don't understand that. We are work in progress, people that's trying to change themselves. We are work in progress. But you have to start with yourself. I don't want to hear about the government. I don't want to hear about the so-called white man. I don't want to hear about none of that until you look in the mirror and say, how can I change myself? What can I do to better myself, my family, and my community? Until you do that, shut up. I don't want to hear nothing about the government because them niggas in there ain't trying to change. They who they are. They are put in position for a reason. But it's up to us first to change ourselves and our household. Because you can't talk about the next nigga house when your house is dirty. How dare you even open up your mouth to even talk about somebody that lives next door to you when your children and your house is chaotic as they are? How dare you say that? You know what I'm saying? So that's the key. Self. You know? Right. And it takes years to get to certain levels. And you have to battle with a lot of strongholds that you've been since you was a damn young teenager. You've been developing these habits and these all this behavior and all the things that you do. Yeah. You gotta get rid of these strongholds, man. It's real out here.
Right, it's strongholds. That's exactly what it is. So talk about strongholds.
Strongholds is like something that you could, you can have a stronghold with just not eating right, like you can want to try to eat right, but then you want to like say you go 2 weeks and you eating healthy, and then all of a sudden you just be like, oh man, I just want something like what I like, and then you back eating to what you want. It's a lifestyle that you have to get rid of those strongholds, and it takes work every day, 24 hours a day. Professor Griff said it's perfect.
Oh yeah, he said. Bruce said yes. They've been funding wars since Napoleon. Listen to what Professor Griff said about the bankers. He was blacklisted. Professor Griff said it perfectly, and look what happened to him.
Oh yeah. But the international bankers is just they one part of it. You know what I mean? They one part of it. They not. Is the government is different branches in government, and they work within all these different. It's so many branches, and everybody. It's like when people say the government, they say, "Oh, it's the government behind it." Who? What government? Because the government have different branches. What's their names? What they do? You know what I'm saying? It's the alphabet boys. They involved in it. You have Congress that's involved in it. You have the president with his cabinet, they involved in it. It's so many people that's involved in it. You know what I'm saying? It's just not the international bank. It's a lot of people. The UN and all them nations that's in there. And people say, oh, it's a white man. But it's a lot of African nations in the UN. It's a lot of Europe nations in there. There's a lot of Latino nations in there. So everybody hand is in it. It ain't just the international bankers, baby. A lot of people, Asians, nations. It's a lot of people that's involved in what's going on. So when they say we want a new world order, that means it's everybody's involved in it. The government is bigger than people think. Exactly, Crystal. Exactly. It's the global government. Rothschilds have a bank in every country. Not every country. They don't have. That's why they're trying to go to war with Iran and North Korea because they don't have a banking system in there yet.
Gaddafi.
That's why they got rid of Gaddafi because he was. Matter of fact, check my Patreon too. I got a video coming about Gaddafi. It's like a 3-hour video. I got all my old videos I used to have. I'm putting them on my Patreon, so check it out. I got a video on Gaddafi. It's about 3 hours. The truth though, it's about 3 hours long, and it tells you with Gaddafi's own words why the bankers came after him because he wanted to stop messing with this currency, and he wanted to get into gold and silver, real value, real money, not that note that damn debt note that we all know. All it is a debt note to keep us in debt and to be subjected to under these goddamn people. So that's all it is. But yeah, so check that out. Support that Patreon, man. I got a lot of videos being uploaded on a daily. Yeah, he did. Yup, he did, Bruce. Yeah. So we dealing with so many spiritual warfare, and then you got like the CIA. They into infiltrating countries and starting militias and like rebellions in certain countries. It's this stuff is, man, like I can go on and all night about this stuff, man. But we here talking about spirituality.
Right.
So
I'm gonna go back up to Pineal said something. Let me just grab
but one thing though,
Go ahead.
it all starts with us valuing ourselves, loving ourselves to where we don't open up our souls to these demonic spirits. So you have to protect yourself. You have to protect yourself. That's very important. So listen to a song and a nigga over here pop, I'm gonna kill you and all that. That's not healthy for your soul. So let's turn it off. Mm-hmm. Like start slow and small, but each day just deny yourself negativity. And then you will see all of a sudden you start feeling better, you start thinking better.
Your heart will actually become hard to it. You'll hate it.
Yeah.
Like it will be a turn off to you. Like different things that you used to love, you'll start to hate. Like, and it's really a good feeling when that actually happens to your body. Pineal said, ironically, I got hit by a car. The same exact day I refused to join Masonry. The case got rigged by a cop related to the person that hit me. And wasn't allowed in the courroom. Wow. That wasn't just by chance. That's crazy.
Yeah. That's crazy, bro. You gotta be careful, bro. Wow. You gotta be careful, yeah. Bruce says, you mentioned branches of government. In the end, there is one goal, which is globalism. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it is.
Right.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, they trying to make it. George Bush Sr.
A worldwide system.
He said when he talked to the Congress, he said it's a new idea. We want a new world order. That's what he said out of his own mouth. He said it. Now people sit here and say now. This is what bugs me out about these news people and people that don't believe in conspiracy theories and all that, right? George Bush said it out of his own mouth that he wants a new world order. So when you're telling people that they want this to happen, they look at you bugging. He said it.
Right, he did.
Out of his own mouth.
They've said a lot of different stuff. You guys waiting to see some of the stuff that we have putting up on Patreon. It's crazy. It's not even allowed on YouTube. Yeah. We put these videos up because we were going to use YouTube to basically host them, but privately, we weren't going to release them. We just wanted YouTube to house these videos that we have. We never even released them to the public, and they were blocked worldwide.
Yeah,
we uploaded 12 of them. 9 of them got blocked instantly. As soon as they hit the YouTube system, they were automatically blocked. We had to find a completely different way to be able to host them. They're still getting put on Patreon. But we just can't use YouTube for it. And we weren't even making them public.
The video, let me tell you something right now. The video I got on the Zionists, man, oh my Lord, When I put this video up, I'm telling you, this video is heavy, man. It shows you how. Oh man, I ain't gonna say too much because we live right now.
Mm-hmm.
And, and yo, I'm not even trying to sell y'all. I got some stuff, man.
Well, other people, we got people in here right now that's on our Patreon, and we just getting started over there. We didn't even officially launch our Patreon
yeah, Colin, yeah.
YouTube's been changing ever since then, right?
He the head of YouTube now, yeah.
Demonte, I got you. I got your question. I'm gonna go into that next. But to be honest with you, YouTube is their space. They have rules and regulations listed, and I'm here, and I'm just gonna follow their rules and regulations. And whatever we have that don't fit with their rules and regulations, there's another place for it. So you on this channel, we'll post up a lot of short videos and stuff like that, but we have stuff that's like 3 hours long and stuff like that, talking about different topics that unfortunately you can't go on YouTube, but that's fine. It's gonna go over to Patreon.
It's hard though.
Yeah, we got a lot of different stuff, definitely.
Christopher says, as of late, I've been praying before bedtime. That's true.
Yeah, the prayer will go a far way, man. Pray in the morning when you wake up too. Try to make a habit. You know, before you go to bed, when you wake up, and you'll see a complete difference. And that's just a start. Praying throughout the day as well will help you get through your day and make better choices and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna read Paniel and then I'm gonna go to Demonte. Demonte has a question, but it's going into another topic.
All right, go ahead.
He said, Paniel said, yeah, fam, they don't like me at all. Jays, they can't stand my butt. I'm a hardcore nonconformist, and if there's one thing they can't stand is someone who doesn't conform. Exactly.
Now,
that Bush speech is. Oh, go ahead. That's talking about something else. Go ahead, babe.
Let me tell you everything about this conform. One scripture says, "Be not conformed to this world." That word "conform" is following the same patterns as everybody else is following, doing what everybody else is doing. And today, like my daughter put a picture up on her Instagram, and she's wearing a hoodie and some jeans, and people was getting on her, telling her jeans wasn't. It's like they too loose. You know what I'm saying? It's just like if you ain't following monkey see, monkey do, people have a problem with that. You know what I'm saying? So being conformed to this world is like why is it anybody else's business that I don't want to follow what everybody else is doing, or we don't want to follow what everybody else is doing.
They look down upon her like it's like we're wrong. We're wrong for doing what we do, but. That's crazy. It's really crazy. She's comfortable. She likes to wear them the way that she likes to wear them, and she knows why. Because when people look at her, they can only see her face and her mind, and that's all that needs to be seen by the world. Right. That's it. Right. That's all you're here for, is her face and her mind. Being conformed to the world is definitely not us, and it's something that's so easily done, but we just cannot. We can't.
And like the average person. If the average
tell them Aaliyah said and I was on their head. So Aaliyah went off. I don't even know if she's done with that. She said I'm gonna go to bed. She said, but wait until tomorrow. I'm really going at it.
And the average mojo, if men would look at women and get to know their mind and get to know them. Right. And instead of worrying about and like women that's covered up.
Right. That should be a beautiful thing.
But then when you get with her on a sexual level, it's a bonus because you got to know her mind, not just her body. Who's this, bro?
Aaliyah said I was on their head. Dre said, yeah, I seen that. They need to chill. She had him well told though. As she went off. Demonte said, man, Aaliyah, I saw it and I was rolling.
What's his question?
Okay. Let's see. Okay, so Peniel's talking about he watched the video on our Patreon. He said the Bush speech is harsh in Zionism. Shaking my head, don't get me started. Agreed wisdom, Mom Dukes. YouTube is their building. We are just renting rooms. That's right. We just got to get in where we fit in.
Exactly.
Yep.
So what was his question?
So DeMonte said, talk about the chip. It's part of it.
Oh, yeah. The national ID and all that. Yeah, that's coming. I don't know if y'all noticed, but they said around 2000, probably this spring. I mean, like this summer, they are going to introduce in certain states. Jersey is one of them. I don't know. I think New York. I think Connecticut. I think certain certain eastern states is starting to get the new ID, the new national ID card, to where it's going to have a lot of more of your information in it. The chip, they have not really said yet of what date they're going to bring. I heard rumors of 2020, but I'm not too sure. Yeah, but the chip is on its way though, and it's on its way. And sad to say, a lot of people are going to take that jump. They're
just
going
to be able to eat.
Just to be able to eat.
Yep.
And then after that, they're going to force people to basically put it in their hands. You feel what I'm saying? But if you don't have that national ID card, you will be shut out the system and labeled as a terrorist. Basically, they're gonna start off real smooth with it and be like, "Oh, this is the new way. This is gonna keep us safer." Yeah, the propaganda, the rhetoric. Well, we all know that's gonna happen, and then it's going to and more people are going to see. And this is the problem when I say about the masses of the people. They always jump on what the powers that be put out there, and then they make it hard for people like us that understand what this is about. So if more people are going to comply with it than people are not, and the ones that doesn't are going to be looked at as, "Oh, you bugging, oh, like you ain't taking care of your family," because I don't want to be tracked. I don't want to be like we tracked and monitored as it is. Now you want to really be in my shit? I mean, I'm like really, they gonna be all up in you then. Heavy. Where you go, how much you spending, what you buying, everything that you do is going to be monitored. That's slavery, man. You're a slave.
Hey, I ain't even getting into the concentration camps.
Oh wait, that's another story. But I'm just saying is that
I'm just saying is that. Leads up to
but yeah, but it's just like this system is making you more subjective unto these demonic spirits on a daily basis. So a lot of us is gonna fold and give into it, and the rest of us is gonna have to be on the run, underground, living out in wooded places, and barely surviving because we fighting for our rights. That's not constitutional for the government to know how much money you making, where you going, what you buying. That is anyway.
Right.
Again, what he
Just News said the book Behold a Pale Horse reveals a lot about this topic.
Right.
Bruce said the Atlantic slave trade, we know the truth about it. Dre said, "Yep, watch out for FEMA camps. We're gonna have some stuff coming on that too. That's a whole situation as well."
Right.
Pineal said the chip is spiritual because it controls our pineal gland, which is the core of our senses. So the chip is definitely a part of spiritual warfare. They don't want control. They want absolute control.
Exactly.
Just a little the way that they're controlling people right now isn't enough for them. They want even more.
I got a book in here with Tex Mars. Anybody heard of that author Tex Mars? He writes some incredible books about the government and all that. And I mean, good author, man. He's and he got a book on the whole system, the whole layout, and it's like anybody heard of the smart computer? They got this whole computer set up where this computer gets smarter every day with the data and the information. This stuff is scary, man. This stuff is scary, man.
Definitely. Christopher said, I heard about the chip. They're going to make commercials about it, and I wouldn't be surprised.
It's coming.
I think they're going to try to display it as a good thing.
It's coming.
They always do.
They always do.
They try to make it
but it's up to you.
The day.
Yeah, but they're always going to display it. But it's up to you to be like, no, you ain't finna be tracking me, man.
Right.
Hey, with the chip inside of it, they know everything.
Right.
Everything.
Right.
You go to the store, they know what you bought. When you go home, your medical records, everything.
Right.
What the hell is that?
Right. They know stuff better than you even realize that. Hey, Sandy, thank you so much for coming.
Sandy,
she said what you guys talking about. We just getting ready to wrap things up kind of a little bit here. Thank you so much for coming to the stream. We definitely appreciate you. We really enjoy our family that we're building here. It's so nice to come here and be able to speak to people and have a conversation with you guys. Demonte said, "Pops, as far as the U.S. is concerned, they're gonna crash the economy, then bring the chip in."
Oh, exactly. You know that. You know that. You know what I mean? Like I said before, the so-called currency we get ain't real money anyway. You know what I'm saying? 1913, 1933. Anybody know about that history? I said it on the last joint. Anybody know about that? You know that this is not real money. Real money has value to it, substance to it, gold and silver. And that's why they killed Gaddafi, because he said, I don't want this currency no more. I want the real thing.
Right.
You dig?
He stood up for that. He died for that.
You know what I'm saying? So
that's the real truth, but they're not going to tell you that though.
Yeah. So when they crash, but listen, when they crash when they crash the economy, just say that happens. Just say that happens. Are you spiritually ready? Are you mentally ready? Are you physically ready?
Stay right there. Okay, so we are gonna get ready to be taken out on like ending the stream, right? And our videos, like right now, you only see like a couple people watching it, but believe it or not, I feel like our videos are doing very good after the fact. A lot of people will spend the next couple of days coming to the videos and watching it. So to spread this message beyond just our family that's speaking here right now, when I first came into this information, I never heard this information before. It was extremely scary for me. I used to cry and just not know what to do, and I used to be so fearful for my kids. A lot of what we're saying could be someone's first time hearing this information. To somebody that's never heard this before, what can you say to them? What is your advice for somebody who just heard all of these horrible things that we're facing? What do you tell them?
For one, I tell them, take a deep breath and calm down first. That's what I tell them. Take a deep breath and calm down. Relax. Just chill. That's what I tell them first. First thing I'll tell them is to do what I just said. Get spiritually connected with the Creator. Spiritually. Cut out all the negative things that you do in your life. And surround yourself with like-minded people. Eventually down the road, but you have to work on yourself first. You have to work on you to cut out, because if you have anything in you demonic, then when these things do happen in the earth, it's going to show. So you got to get rid of anything that's negative. And some people say that's impossible. No, it's possible. Anything is possible with the help of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? So that's the first thing you got to do, is you have to worry about yourself. You really can't worry about your family to a certain degree, but you got to worry about just lead by an example is what I mean. So work on yourself. Cut out anything negative. Music, movies, people that's negative. Get more connected with the Creator much as you can by praying, by denying yourself, denying your carnal nature, the desires that you've been developing ever since you was a young person. Number two is to read much as you can. Read the scriptures. Read about all these different government things that's going on. The chip, the CERN. Anything that has anything to do with what's going on in the world today. Rex 84 and stuff like that. I could have got into that too, but I ain't. But anyway, anything that's credible information of today about what's going on in society. The international bankers on how they started and all that. Read much as you can. And then you need to start learning how to eat healthier. Less junk food, more vegetables. They have water machines online that's not that expensive, like them Cajun water machines. And exercising. You know what I'm saying? So when it happens, you be spiritually, mentally, and physically ready for whatever happens. Go online and get you the survival kits. You know, the bags and the first aid kits. Anything that's survival. Read books on that. I got one book I got in the house. This Navy SEAL wrote it, and I bought it. Excellent book. Educate yourself while you have time, because when it happens, the masses of the people that's asleep, they ain't gonna know what's gonna hit them. So don't spend your life fantasizing and dreaming about a beautiful world, because this world is about to be, this world, like, they trying to bring this world to ruin. And I'm not trying to sit here and scare nobody, but it's just the reality. This is the reality.
You could look out your window and see the stuff that's taking place. You could see it happening as it's happening. We're literally in the midst,
you know what I'm saying,
of things that are happening.
And I mean,
and we have just enough time to be able to get ourselves together. Like, that's what time it is. It's really time amongst all this wickedness.
Right.
It's time to get ourselves together.
And kingdoms have risen and kingdoms has fallen. So that's history. You know, the Greeks was at top of the game one time. They fell. The Romans was on top of the game and they fell. You feel what I'm saying? So kingdoms are meant to be built up and then destroyed. This kingdom is going to be destroyed, to where it's going to be a new world order. Financially, religiously, and currency is going to be their way. And if you're not part of that new way, you're going to be looked at as a terrorist or a person that's rebelling against what is now. Bottom line.
And to anybody who, I mean, this sounds crazy. Like, you know, my family used to look at me and be like, you guys is nuts. You lost your mind. But it's really the truth, and you could really see as time goes on how much stuff is up against us. And to really just close this out, do you have anything else that you want to say? Because I have something else I want to say, but I don't want to take it off of you. I want you to continue saying what you're saying.
I just say just focus on those three things I have to say, man. Spiritually, mentally, and physically, man. Because you got to get those right, you know, and like, you got to work on that, you know, on a daily basis. I will focus on yourself more than I'll focus on anything else. Focus on you. How can I be better? That's all you need to be worrying about. You know what I'm saying? You know, please do that, because that's very important. And like I said, like, any questions y'all got, y'all want to build on more questions, or you want to email me or whatever, and we can chop it up, you know, on a personal level. You know what I'm saying? We here for that. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, you can teach me, I can teach you. Each one teach one.
Right.
I don't know everything. Certain things you may know, I don't know. Right. That you may be putting me on game. You know what I'm saying? This is about here. This ain't about pops and moms know everything, because we don't. Right. And I never want to come off like I know everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I have knowledge and information, and what I do know, I share. What I don't speak on.
Right, and it could be something that we don't know about, and somebody else can drop it. Exactly. And we're definitely
soon we're gonna start making phone call. I mean, have people call in soon.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I gotta work on that next.
And start talking to y'all on a, you know, like a more personal level.
Right. I would definitely like to end this by not directly end this. Like, I'm gonna still talk to you.
Bruce, hold on, I'm gonna cut you off. Bruce, I got you in the top mood. It's the video I'm gonna put up on the Patreon. I can't put it up on YouTube, brother. That right there, I have a video that goes into depths on that joint.
You gotta make sure that you give me.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but like, this video I got coming is. I'm gonna let y'all know when I drop it. It's heavy.
I'm not gonna completely close out you guys. You guys can continue typing, but I just wanna kind of like I guess get ready to close out. But just to share like a little bit about myself, like I said before, like when I came into this, I really didn't know what to do. I got a lot of information in a short period of time. Completely changed my life. I was never one that was into knowledge. I didn't not believe in the Most High, but I didn't. I guess I just wasn't aware. It's like I never denied the creator, but since coming into this and learning a lot about the creator and spiritual and stuff like that, that has comforted me.
Right.
Like
Right.
I feel completely at peace and it's okay. I feel like my family is okay
Right.
as long as I do what the creator requires of me. He's got us. He's going to take care of us. And that's, I think, a major part of this. It's you hear about all the bad stuff, but the only way to get away from it is to be spiritually connected to the Heavenly Father who is going to protect us. That's my take on it. Thank everybody for hearing us. Let us know what you guys think. We're still here.
Yeah. What he say? What he say? No, no, no. I can't. I can't do that. I can't.
What?
No, he said about putting the videos. No, he said, can you post a video about the tournament on? Nah.
No,
Nah,
even
I
when it's
can't.
unlisted, Bruce,
Nah, I
they're
can't.
being blocked. Even unlisted videos, they're getting blocked. They're not. Once these things hit YouTube, they're automatically blocking them worldwide the moment
Yeah,
that they're
I
listed.
can't. It's too.
If they're not even. They're just hitting YouTube system as private videos,
Yeah,
unlisted
YouTube.
videos.
YouTube
And
has
they're
made
not
it.
having it.
YouTube had made a system to where now everything that you post up, it's automatically it's like a system where it scans the whole joint and it's like
Yeah.
I can't put that video
Yeah.
on YouTube. I can't.
They're not even letting us use YouTube as a house for Patreon videos. We had to go a completely different route. It's really crazy.
Right.
DeMonte said, once you start learning all this stuff, you don't look at life the same. That's the truth. Dre said, facts. Alexis said, give the stream a thumbs up. Definitely, please. We appreciate everybody's support. We're thankful. Peace, much love. Christopher said, I'm going to put a lot of what y'all said day by day. That's the only thing that you can do.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that we can do.
Yeah. It's crazy out here, man. You gotta learn how to filter this stuff out.
Yeah. As far as the videos though that we're talking about, we put them at like tier 2. It's like it's what is that? I think we kept it at like $3 a month or something like that. For tier 2, and not even including anything that's not ready. We currently have 40 videos ready right now. We're just not releasing them all at once. So it's definitely worth $3 a month. It's a lot of knowledge, a lot of information. It's like your own personal library of all this stuff.
That now people talking about things on YouTube. But you know how many people lost their channels on YouTube?
Yeah.
Talking about the government? Man, please. Pops, you don't make my wisdom
That's funny. That's funny. It fits, yeah.
I got this video I'm about to drop about law, man. You know what I mean? Like teaching the little shorties out here. Cause they be like they don't know how to handle police when police be running up on them. They over there be they Miranda rights and all, like they don't know how to keep their mouth closed.
Right.
So I'm about to drop that John on the Patreon, John. Like it says they putting Patreon.
They're putting Patreon in a stronghold as well, Pops. Beware, it's not a safe spot either.
Yeah.
We figured that for the moment it is. That's all good until we can figure out something else. But why hold on to
eventually,
the knowledge?
But eventually, see the key is what most people ain't trying to do is the key is to create your own platform.
Yeah.
That's the key. You know what I mean? Take a couple of stacks, get your own platform going on. Get your own website going on. You feel what I'm saying? That's where it's at.
Right.
So here's something for listen to Papoose album. Oh yeah. I've been heard that joint.
He said I like some songs from it.
Yeah. It's cool.
If Patreon does that, then you can make your own website.
Oh yeah,
Right.
eventually, yeah. Eventually, I'm gonna try to do that anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want these people having control of my destiny in their hands. Patreon is directly connected to YouTube, so that's why a red flag for me. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Right.
They trying to lock everything. Yo, if Hillary Clinton would have won the election, do you know one of the number one things that she was going after? She was going after the internet. She was going to make a law to where you couldn't talk nothing about the government. That was her, yo, she said that in so many speeches. She was going after the internet, talking about the fake news and all that. She was heavy on that. So the proper people get into powerful positions, believe me, they're going to be using a lot of legislation to change a lot of things that's going on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So your own website, your own situation is because they can't control it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What you put up and what you don't put up.
Peniel said, as soon as you guys have a website, I'm diving right into that to join it. We appreciate your support, Peniel. We're so thankful that everybody's here. You know, whether you support us financially is greatly appreciated or just showing up for the streams.
Shout out to everybody in the chat, man.
Yeah, that's right. Presidents, they are selected. Definitely.
Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Any more questions, though? Like,
you guys all right with everything that we said?
How
do y'all feel? Do you guys agree with it? Some of it? Most of it? Were we bugging?
Shout out to Bruce. It says fact, Bruce. It says it's an honor. I love you guys. This was great. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. Nah, y'all not bugging.
Good. Thank you.
I mean, but that's what do you say? Love. That was YouTube glitch.
Oh, he said, I love you guys. We love you too. We appreciate you guys. It feels so good to be able to come here and talk with people that think just like us. Like I said, if somebody doesn't agree with us, we have no problem with that. That's fine.
Right.
But you can't come in here and ruin the flow of the stream from people that are trying to get that knowledge. If you don't agree, have a conversation. You know, agree to disagree. But don't just sit here and constantly put your crap in over and over again, because then you got to leave because you're interrupting. Right. But nobody has to feel like they have to agree with everything that we're saying. It's fine.
Right. Yes, because it's not. You know? I mean, sometimes you have to agree to disagree. It's not,
right. And if something that you're not sure about, look it up. We're not here to deceive anybody. There's a reason this live only has 14 viewers. Exactly. Unfortunately, YouTube is cracking down on these types of live streams. But that's why it's not flooded. Exactly. Right. Beware of energy vampires. That's the truth. And that's, we handle them as they come. And we're just going to do what we got to do. If we miss something that you guys that are always regularly here, that you guys see, then point it out. Like, this person is trolling and ruining the vibe of the stream. Especially like when y'all come here, we know you guys. Like, we know who's who. If you guys see something that maybe we don't see, let us know.
Right.
Because this is our place, not everybody else's place. Everybody has this place right here. This is all of us.
Oh yeah, he said yeah. They be hiding the views. Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
They be doing a lot of, like, YouTube be doing a lot of shady stuff, man. Like, I'm not giving out the notifications. Yeah, they be doing a lot of stuff. Yeah, they be doing, but we're aware of that because we know, why, Parnell? Because we dealing with demonic activity, man.
Right. They don't want this information.
That's why, man.
But you know what, though? On the flip side of that, on the flip side of this, I'm gonna have to say a lot of people, they don't want this work right here. They don't want this. They don't want to hear this. They don't want nothing to do with it. They stay away from it. Everybody rather fix somebody else's problems and try to heal somebody else's life before they actually fix their own life and learn something. Right. So they don't want to learn this.
Right. And it's like this, man. Somebody said in the other live, they said So what can we do to, you know, change things in the world, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a hell of a question.
Right.
So I'm gonna ask y'all this question before, and I'm gonna end on this last question. I'm gonna ask y'all, what can we do to change what's going on in this world right now? How can we change it?
Dre said when this channel gets more buzz, they're gonna be sending in troll bots. We prepare for it. We ready, definitely.
Jamonte said you have to change you first, right? That's good, right? He right on that, right? Right. So, but my point is, what I'm trying to say is marching, is protesting, is going to the Supreme Court. Is that going to change our condition in this world, or in this country, or whatever, like wherever you are? Is that really going to change? Bruce said, he said, we truly can't. I'm afraid to say, oh man, yo, Bruce. That's why I like y'all brothers, man, cause y'all got the minds, man. I like that. I like that. I like that. You only have.
Trey said change the belief system. DeMonte said marches, boycotts, all that mess ain't gonna work.
Exactly. Says we definitely have to start with ourselves, then find like-minded. It's like exactly. But I have to go with on this one. I have to go with Bruce, because it's too much against us. To even if you get 100,000 people, that's not enough.
Right, so we all have to change on our own level, but you're not going to get the masses to change. It's just not going to happen.
You have to, at the end, you have to worry about you and your family. Right. You can't worry about your next door neighbor, because they may not want to hear this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not going to happen.
Right.
The only way that this place can really change is if people have a revolution, to where everybody has to be involved.
Everybody.
And that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. So it's a hopeless place. He says Farrakhan has a point. What's his point? What's Farrakhan's point? No.
Yeah, Christopher's change ourselves, right?
That's it.
And it doesn't happen overnight. It really doesn't happen overnight. But you have to make a constant effort.
But Dre though, if everybody fought, they would have no martial law, because it's more of us than it is them with soldiers and all that. They would have no shot.
It would completely take everybody. And I'm sorry. Yeah. I think a lot of people, it's just
but everybody not willing.
Crazy, man.
People love this life too much. You know what I'm saying? They love to buy material things and think about themselves instead of thinking about it as a whole. So it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Pineal said, can't change everyone, but everyone can change. That's wild, huh? Yep. Everyone can change. They gotta want it.
That's a word they love to spray on faith. I mean, you know, I used to listen to Farrakhan when I was younger. You know, when I was a teenager. You know, but I found some things out about the brother, you know, that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. But I ain't gonna really get on that right now. Maybe that's be another topic of we can have a topic about these black leaders. That'd be a podcast, and we can get into that. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these black leaders is not who you think they is. I just put it to you that way. You know, don't have faith. Don't have faith in man. Have faith in the Creator. Have faith in the ability that He gave you to overcome yourself. Don't look at these people and that's what they doing right now. When he said he's not perfect, but he
slams the con artist that try to step in his shoes. Right.
But I'm just saying that. But right now they over there putting Nipsey Hussle up as a messiah and all that. But the brother was trying to do some positive things in his community. I give him that, but at the same time, he was playing two sides of the fence. You know what I mean? And he was signed to Atlantic Records, put out his first album. So that means like if you know about that industry, you know that these people will have to get down when they get into that industry. You know what I'm saying? Sign the contracts and all that. That's serious business. He wasn't no savior. He was trying to do positive things in his community. But yeah, he wasn't no messiah. Exactly.
That's what they was pushing, especially over this whole entire Easter and all that other stuff. It's crazy, but Just News and Dre, I definitely I agree with you guys. But if you guys really think about it, like a year or so, they were doing like a lot of riots and stuff like that. I think that during that time, they were doing a lot of testing for martial law. Like all this stuff doesn't just happen overnight. They're very patient. They do a lot of tests. They see how people are going to respond to certain things and stuff. Remember, like when Michael Brown got killed and stuff like that, it was constantly riots places.
Right, it was.
They was bringing out their toys, doing all sorts of stuff to test, to see what type of response we would give, how far we would take it, and stuff like that.
Don't believe everything the propaganda machine pushes either in the media, because a lot of times you drive yourself crazy. Me worrying about all this stuff, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. He says Nipsey, R.I.P. Nipsey, but I'm going to be honest, he was. Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was. I mean, it's like I said, it's sad that that situation had to happen the way it did, but he was playing two sides of the fence. So he was promoting peace and trying to bring the game together, but then his music did not reflect that.
Right.
He should have been putting that in his music. You know what I'm saying? Like heavy. Every song should have been about the upliftment of his people in his community. He wasn't doing that. He was still talking like if you run up on me, I'm gonna do this and do that. Like, come on, like that's negative energy. That's demonic. Right. You dig what I'm saying? You have to be. If you're going to be positive, you got to be all positive.
Yeah.
You can't have negative and positive at the same, even though that negative and positive both exist within yourself, but you have to yield more to the positive than the negative. You know what I'm saying? We all are fighting within that, but especially when you put out music, you have to just go all positive. Who cares if niggas don't buy it or whatever? I'm positive. Love your brothers, love your sisters, respect yourself, but you can still make it lit though. You feel what I'm saying? So but he was playing two sides. He can't do that. He was out there smacking. Remember at the BET Awards, he smacked the security cat and all that. You can't be doing that.
Right.
Like you Nipsey Hussle, dog. Like have your security handle that, not you.
Right. The record label don't allow positivity though. Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like
that's right.
You got to be. You can't be.
A lot of people do anything for money.
Yeah.
It all comes down to money. You got to be willing to
not
be
easy.
You got to have boundaries. Like, nah, I'm good. I don't need that much money. Be content.
You know what I'm saying?
As long as you can eat and pay your bills, you have a car, you got a roof over your head, that's got to be enough for you. But people need so much money because they have to keep up with this lifestyle.
That's the key.
Materialism don't make you nothing.
Yeah. That's the key right there. What she just said. Being content on what you have. Sometimes cats ain't happy being a thousandaire. They want to be a millionaire. Sometimes making a couple of thousand. Like if you was making 10,000, 20,000 a month, nigga, that's good money. That's good. That's very good money. That's hella good money. But nah, people get greedy. No, they want to make $1 million. If you was making $20,000 right now a month,
consistency is key.
If you was making $20,000 right now, I don't think nobody in this chat, I don't know nobody financial business, but if you was making 20 grand right now a month, that's good money right there. Your bills is paid and you got super extra to do whatever else you want to do.
If you have your priorities in order, if you ain't trying to live this lavish lifestyle.
Right. You know what I'm saying? You get you a nice vehicle, but you don't got to go AWOL with it. You don't got to go crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's all up to you, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. You know what I mean? I'm about to sign off. You know what I'm saying? Much love. Do anybody got another topic for Friday? Y'all want to talk about? another topic on Friday. We can get into something else. We can get into talking about these YouTube support. Let's talk about why rappers have to support Israel to be signed. Oh, I ain't know that. I ain't know that. A lot of folks don't go.
Talk about why rappers have to support Israel to be signed. A lot of folks don't go overboard, but health issues or repairs, where lots of things happen. On the real tip, I know people that make 1/4 mil a year and still live in check to check. That's the truth, just news.
Yeah, because you know why? Because it's not about what you do with your. It's about what you do with your money.
Yeah, it's not about how much you make. It's about what you do. And a lot of times, the more money you make, the more lavish lifestyle you have. Because people have no chill.
So you mentioned false leader. Oh yeah, we can elab on that Friday. Let me talk about these leaders. You know. You know what I mean? Yeah, like we can touch on that. Says you're not careful, you blow $1 million. Oh, exactly.
That's serious.
After taxes and all that, please, like $1 million is a lot of money, but it's really not after they take your the taxes. It ain't a lot of paper. It ain't a lot of paper. Wow, I ain't know that. That's crazy. Talk about more. Yeah. We could talk about about that Friday.
Peace contracts are handed out to new artists. Talk about Martin Luther King.
Really calling down with the Israel stuff. I heard he was. He probably is.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, but see, it's not Israel, the state. It's actually the Zionists, the people that's in power in Israel. You know what I'm saying? The Zionists, they are basically what you call the Illuminati. You know, the Rothschilds family, Rockefellers, Wahlbergs. You know, those families. They, you know, if you did your homework on how they got Israel, then you can understand a little bit more about them. They run everything. Hollywood, you know, the media. They bought all the media houses and
they said that Lionel was born in Israel.
So I mean, but it's the people that's in power. That's is the problem, not the people that's living there as wise as citizens. It says the whole bloodline isn't. Yeah, I don't know what that is, partner. I don't know. I ain't gonna touch on that though. Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Just nothing.
It's nothing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're right, Bruce. Yeah. So we can talk about the leaders, you know, and touch on some other jumps, you know. But them guys that you see in powerful, yo, I got a joint on Al Sharpton, man. Wait till y'all. I got so many videos, man. Oh man, I should have my own network, man. For real. My own. I got stuff on everybody, and everything. You know, stuff on Jordan, Jay-Z, stuff on Kanye West, stuff on Will Smith, Jada Pinkett, stuff on the Rothschilds, stuff on the churches. I mean, I got stuff on so much.
Yo, while we're here, we're getting ready to close out. Anybody who wants to answer this question, you don't have to get too deep into it, but I just am curious to know, do y'all, like, when we say spiritual, do y'all connect spirituality with going to church? Do you guys go to church?
He said, hold on, let me read Bruce. He said, how long has the rap industry been controlled by the Zionists? Well, they've been controlling the music industry before hip hop, you know, through rock music and pop and all that. I mean, especially rock and roll, you know, with all those Black Sabbath and Metallica and all them groups. All them groups are satanic. So they've been controlling the industry way before hip hop even came into existence. You know what I'm saying? Hollywood too. You know, they the ones that opened the Hollywood houses and the Warner Brothers, the Paramounts. They've been doing this since when movies came out, like around 1920s. Like they've been doing this for years now. They've been in control. They've been in control. So this stuff ain't. Hip hop is just a art form that they didn't understand when they first came on the scene, and once they seen the power that it had at the beginning, like look at hip hop back then. Matter of fact, that's another topic we could talk about. I ain't gonna talk about that right now. But we're gonna talk about the black.
Let me write it down.
We're gonna talk about the black leaders in hip hop, like the evolution of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? We talk about both black leaders and we talk about the hip hop. And y'all tell me, and man, we're gonna go through a history lesson on hip hop.
I think that's cool. That's a cool combo. Okay, so to answer my question, Pineal said, I stopped going to church the moment my pastors got possessed. Demonte said, no, Mama, I don't. I'm into spirituality, but I'm not religious.
Right.
That's exactly us. Exactly. Yep. We don't have no religion. We don't belong to a religion. We don't go to no church.
Right.
We don't identify.
Right.
Demonte said right there with you. Christopher said, I haven't been to church in a minute, but I still keep my belief in Christ strong. Definitely. You got it, Christopher. Absolutely. Definitely. Pray. Be as spiritual as you could possibly be and go as high as you can into your spirituality.
It ain't nothing wrong with
church, religion.
But
is not what we do.
No, but like, there's nothing wrong with reading the scriptures and applying it, as long as you applying it to your life.
You don't have to go to no church for that.
Yeah, like a lot of people that go to them institutes, they're not applying it to their life.
Right.
They don't understand all these. That's another topic. We can get in religion too one day. That's another thing. Write that down too. Religion. We can get into that too. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? how all these different churches started by dudes like C.J. Bozier, leaving the Roman Catholic Church, starting his own church, and then you have all these different, all these different denominations. You know what I mean? From Methodist, all that. Yeah.
Right, Bruce. We definitely agree with you. He said, "I understand, but organized religion was created by Zionists as well.
Right.
Religion is controlled opposition to. Definitely, absolutely agree. They're pushing the Muslim versus Christian agenda. Do you agree?"
I don't get involved in that. It's certain things I don't get involved in. I don't. That's because you read the scriptures don't mean that you're a Christian.
Right.
Because you have to understand Christian belief and people that believe or read the scriptures and apply it to life is two different things.
Right.
It's two. But I get into that on another topic.
But you can feel within your body, within yourself, within your own being when you're doing something right and when you're doing something wrong. Yeah. You feel it.
So like I said, like
that's really what it comes down to.
Like cats, like look up the dude C.J. Bozier. You know what I'm saying? Look up Constantine.
I wrote that.
Look up these guys right there, Constantine and dudes like him. Do you understand how all these different churches or Christianity came about? So anyway. Shout out to everybody in the chat, though.
We about to wrap it up. Drea, I'm going to take us out with these last couple of comments right here. They all came. Dre said, as a kid, Christianity was forced on me, and I moved away from it, but not in a negative way. I'm more spiritual. Right. Exactly. And a lot of people that leave the church will find that they are more spiritually connected to the Creator. Exactly. Demonte, I feel like you don't need a religion to tell you from right and wrong. A lot of people these days want something to identify for themselves, but if you're really spiritually connected to the Creator, you don't need a specific title to identify who you are. Pineal said, as it said, the earth is his footstool. can't build God a house. Even Yeshua
Exactly.
Christ didn't do churches according to Scripture. Exactly. He was the church. We are the church. Our body is our temple and what we need to take care of.
Where it's like we in the image and likeness of the Creator. We just gotta act like the Creator. It's a difference. You gotta manifest that character of Yeshua. Like you gotta manifest that. You know what I'm saying? And people don't want to do that. They don't want to take the time to handle that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you have to do that. You can go to a building all you want to, but if you ain't manifesting what you're supposed to be doing, then it don't mean nothing.
Baking apple pies on Sunday is not gonna help you with saving your soul. Just not gonna happen.
Exactly.
All right. So we're definitely about to get off this.
What is paganism?
What about paganism? He said, what about paganism?
That's another story for another time, Bruce. I'm gonna hit you up with that. With all that.
Yeah, Bruce, definitely make sure that you come back. I'm glad to see that you were here tonight. And definitely, like we said, if anybody has any information to give, to share, we're open to it. Definitely, if it makes sense and if it resonates with us. Vera, how you gonna come in here 2 hours later talking about weight?
Yeah, man, Vera, go to bed. Go to bed, bro. Get up out of here.
Vera, you got school tomorrow. You too, Marshall.
Exactly. Both of y'all go to sleep. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to all you brothers, all you sisters that's up in here listening, maybe listening. You know what I'm saying? Shout outs to y'all, man. Friday, we be back in here talking about hip hop, and we talking about these leaders.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys. Your support means so much to us. It allows us to continue to do what we're doing. Without you guys, there is no us. This is our place for our community to come together to speak. We're all one family. So we love you guys, and we appreciate you guys so much.
Peace out. Let me have a good night, y'all. Peace.
I was chasing my